Have you ever gazed at the moon and wondered how it came to be? This celestial body suspended in our dark sky has long inspired poets and puzzled astronomers. Its mysterious origins have sparked endless inquiries and disputes among both scientists and space aficionados. Among numerous theories, one stands out: the giant impact hypothesis. This concept insinuates that our moon was from mayhem and destruction, the aftermath of a monumental collision. Let's imagine this. Around 4.5 billion years ago, Earth was not the only planet in its orbit around the Sun. Another Mars-sized body known as Theia shared the same space. Theia, christened after the moon's mother in Greek mythology, was on a disastrous trajectory towards Earth. It wasn't a subtle push or a slight scrape. Rather, it was a head-on accident, an event so tremendous that it would perpetually alter Earth's appearance. The impact was so colossal that it propelled an enormous amount of debris, fragments of both Earth and Theia, into the vast expanse of space. However, this debris did not simply drift into the infinite universe. Held captive by Earth's gravitational force, it started to orbit our planet. Gradually, these pieces of rock and dust began to congregate, pulled together by their own gravitational attraction. From the wreckage of a disastrous collision, a new celestial body emerged: our moon. The giant impact hypothesis, though violent, illustrates a moon originating from devastation, a symbol of the tumultuous inception of our solar system. Yet it's important to note that this is merely a hypothesis. Despite its acceptance in scientific circles, there remain numerous unanswered questions. Other hypotheses, each presenting unique evidence and challenges, vie for recognition. The authentic narrative of our moon's genesis remains a conundrum yet to be completely deciphered. A series of groundbreaking space missions and scientific advancements have to solve this age-old puzzle, shedding new light on our moon's past and expanding our understanding of its composition, geology, and chronology. Every new discovery adds another piece to the intricate jigsaw puzzle of lunar science, bringing us closer to unraveling the moon's mysterious origin. As we continue our space explorations and develop more sophisticated technology, we might just be on the cusp of revealing the moon's secrets. So, a catastrophic collision may have given birth to our mesmerizing moon. An intriguing thought, isn't it? As we delve deeper into the mysteries of this enigmatic moon, we might just uncover more surprises that the universe has in store for us. Following its violent birth, the moon's early days were equally tumultuous. Once upon a time, the moon was nothing more than a blistering sphere of molten rock, a celestial body marred by chaos and destruction. After its formation, the moon was an unstable, incandescent orb, a sea of magma, as one might describe it. This was no tranquil, serene body of water, but rather a chaotic, agitated sea of molten rock, constantly churning and swirling in a dance of celestial chaos. The heat generated by the cataclysmic impact that led to its formation kept the moon in this incandescent state, a roiling ocean of magma. But much like a pot of soup left to cool, this tumultuous magma ocean began to solidify over time. You see, the process of cooling isn't instantaneous. It's a gradual transformation that happens over thousands, millions of years. On the moon's surface, as it began to cool down, a process of transformation took place. Its exterior hardened first, forming a thin, brittle crust over the still liquid interior. This was the genesis of the moon's crust, the very surface that we see when we gaze up at it in the night sky. But this was no smooth, even crust. This was a rugged, uneven landscape, a jagged mosaic of rock shaped by the tumultuous activities beneath. As the moon's interior continued to cool and solidify, a fascinating process of differentiation began. The heavier materials, burdened by their weight, sank towards the moon's core, while the lighter materials floated to the top. Over millennia, these lighter materials accumulated and solidified, eventually forming what we know today as the moon's highlands. These highlands, the bright, heavily cratered regions that we see on the moon's surface today, are a testament to the moon's tumultuous past. But then, you might wonder, what about those dark patches? Those are the lunar maria, which were formed later, when the moon was still in its geologically active phase. These maria were created when magma from deep inside the moon erupted onto the surface, filling in low-lying areas and forming expansive, flat plains. Less cratered than the highlands, their relatively smooth surface hints at their younger age, and they give the moon its distinctive in-the-moon appearance, a face that gazes down at us from the night sky. From a blistering molten mass to a solid celestial body, the moon's transformation was not a simple linear process. Instead, it was a series of violent, chaotic events that unfolded over hundreds of millions of years. And yet, despite its tumultuous past, the moon has become a symbol of tranquility and peace for many. From a sea of magma to a sphere of tranquility, the moon's transformation is truly a remarkable journey. Ever think about how the moon influences our own planet? It's not just a spectacular luminary that graces our night sky. It's a critical celestial body that largely influences how our world operates. Its significance goes beyond the marvel of its beautiful glowing presence during the night. It directly correlates with the functioning of Earth's natural and ecological systems. One of the most significant ways the moon impacts our planet is through its effect on our oceans. It is the moon's formidable gravitational pull that is responsible for the rise and fall of ocean tides. Try to visualize this. The moon, in an unending dance with Earth, pulls the ocean water towards itself, instigating a high tide on the side of the Earth that is closest to the moon. Concurrently, the rapid rotation of Earth creates another high tide on the direct opposite side. In contrast, the areas in between these high tides experience a period of low tide. This daily ebb and flow of the ocean tides have not just shaped the topography of our coastal regions, but have also deeply influenced the behavior, adaptation, and evolution of marine life that inhabits these waters. But the moon's role extends further. It is the moon's presence that ensures the Earth maintains its stability on its axis. In the absence of this consistent celestial guidance, our planet's tilt could oscillate significantly, culminating in drastic climate changes. As things stand, our planet maintains a tilt of approximately 23.5 degrees, providing us with our seasons, summer, winter, spring, and autumn, a variety of weather patterns that are integral in cultivating the rich biodiversity we see on our planet today. Prepare for a revelation that might astonish you. Our moon is progressively distancing itself from us, but there's no need to panic. It's not planning on vanishing into the cosmos just yet. The moon is drifting away at a rate of approximately 1.5 inches each year. This gradual shift can be attributed to the transfer of Earth's rotational energy to the moon's orbital energy, a process that has been ongoing billions of years. Over this extensive period, this energy transfer has caused the moon to slowly recede from Earth and has consequently lengthened our days. So, whenever you gaze up at the night sky, awestruck by the moon's serene beauty, know that it's far more than just a silent observer. It's an integral part of our planet's journey, influencing our oceans, our climate, and even the span of our days. Without the moon, life as we know it could be dramatically different. Humans have been captivated by the moon for centuries, but when did we first set foot on its surface? In the beginning, our interaction with the moon was merely woven into the tapestry of folklore and myth. To the ancient Greeks, the moon was Selene, sister of Helios, the sun. The Chinese envisioned a rabbit concocting elixirs of life, while others identified a man in the moon. These tales, as diverse as the civilizations that created them, were our first attempts to comprehend our lunar neighbor, reflecting our deep-seated desire to connect with the cosmos. Fast forward to the mid-20th century, an era of technological progress and Cold War rivalry, our relationship with the moon took a monumental leap. The space race signified not just a competition between superpowers, but a collective striving for a seemingly impossible goal. This period marked a definitive shift. We were no longer spectators, but active participants in the lunar narrative. The culmination of these efforts was one of humanity's most significant milestones, the first manned moon landing. On July 20th, 1969, American astronaut Neil Armstrong became the first man to walk on the moon. His iconic words, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind," perfectly encapsulated the magnitude of this achievement. Armstrong, along with 11 astronauts who followed, conducted experiments, collected lunar samples, and left behind footprints that may remain undisturbed for ages. The moon landing missions were transformative, not just for our understanding of the lunar landscape, but for us as a species. They demonstrated our potential when we dare to dream, uniting the world in awe. They sparked a cultural revolution, influencing everything from fashion and music to literature and film, but perhaps most critically, they ignited our inherent spirit of exploration, of pushing boundaries, of venturing into the unknown. The moon, our nearest celestial neighbor, metamorphosed into more than a luminous body in the night sky. It became a stepping stone, a symbol of the infinite possibilities that lie ahead. It challenged us, beckoned us, dared us to reach out and grasp the unattainable. It inspired us to continue pushing our limits, to strive for more, not because it's easy, but because it's hard. Our fascination with the moon has propelled us into a new era of exploration. What does the future hold for our relationship with the moon? The moon, our nearest cosmic neighbor, is currently the focus of numerous ambitious ventures in the realm of space exploration. As we stand on the precipice of the future, we can't help but look up to the lunar surface with a renewed of curiosity and anticipation. Several space agencies, accompanied by a host of private companies, are laying the groundwork for a revisit to the moon. With numerous missions scheduled for the upcoming years, the moon has suddenly resurfaced as a hotspot of galactic interest and exploration. These missions don't merely aim to touch the lunar surface and return, but have a far more ambitious goal: establishing a permanent human settlement on the moon. Just picture it: waking up to a lunar sunrise, spending your day in a moon base, and witnessing our blue planet suspended against the inky blackness of the lunar sky as you prepare to sleep. As fantastical as they might seem, these scenarios are a part of actual plans being devised by the most brilliant minds on Earth. From a strategic perspective, the moon is seen as a stepping stone for more extensive space exploration. It serves as an excellent launch pad for missions aimed at Mars and beyond, due to the considerably easier task of escaping its gravitational pull in comparison to Earth's. By establishing a base on the moon, we could potentially construct and launch spacecraft far more efficiently, reducing the consumption of fuel and resources. The moon also presents an abundance of resources, including water ice and rare minerals. The potential for mining these resources could revolutionize space travel, making it more sustainable. The possibility of using these resources for life support, fuel, and construction is also a significant advantage. However, these ambitious plans do not exist without ethical questions. Who will have the rights to the moon and its resources? How do we stop detrimental activities such as excessive mining that could harm the lunar environment? These are pressing questions that humanity needs to address as we embrace this new era of lunar exploration. Despite the challenges and ethical dilemmas, the pull of the moon remains irresistible. It is a world filled with unsolved mysteries and untapped potential, a beacon guiding us further into the cosmos. As we venture further into the cosmos, the moon remains a guiding light, full of untold secrets and possibilities.